to Horror Hour.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Get you off the
You are going to die for me.
Here's Johnny.
Hello and welcome to the Horror Hour, place we discuss, we debate, we disagree on all things horror. I'm one of the co-hosts here, Yutaka. Hello, and today we've got a gaggle of people. Speaking of gag, George, how are you today?
I'm wonderful. I'm excited. I'm thrilled to be surrounded by such mediocre talent today.
Oh, okay, yes. Oh, okay.
Your parents are here?
And Liam, you're looking very crisp today. How are you? Oh,
I don't know. Yeah, I'm fine.
okay, Miss
Oh
Flo.
my- What are you sitting on?
You're right.
Oh my.
Your dad.
He's dead.
Well,
I know.
corpse of Anna Fritz. No, I'm just and then next week, it's been ages. How are you, Steve?
Wonderful. Happy to be back.
Yay. All right. And so Miss David, how are you?
Well, I'm good, but unlike George, I do have a gag reflex, which is why I can't take big dicks.
No.
Nope. No, I'm not throwing up on the dick. 'Cause then they make you swallow it back up, and then you got to start sucking again, and I'm not doing that.
Too much work.
No, honey.
Can't relate.
No, I'm sorry. Like, no. If you shit on the dick, I'm not gonna suck it back up. Like, I'm not doing that.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
That's an intro.
Yeah. And
Find me a church. I've done everything everybody else wants to do. Find me a church to go to. I need peace in my heart. I need it now. Bring me.
and last but not least, I'm so excited. We have a special guest here with us today. How are you, Chu?
I'm fine, thank you. I brought my Bible with me
Oh.
because I know I am going to. I'm not ready for this. I am not ready for this. So I have my Bible with me because I'm a born again Christian among sinners. So I have my Bible with
That
me.
Bible's
yeah.
gonna turn into a pamphlet by the time this episode's done.
Oh, man.
I didn't know we were doing props today.
Jesus ain't ready for all this. Huh?
Oh, man.
All right.
Jesus.
Oh, so today is going to be a fun episode because, well, you know me, aka Old Deborah, kind of got some of the things a little bit confused. So we're going to talk about movies we wouldn't recommend, whether they be movies we just didn't like or movies like the last time that David, came prepared are just gutted, rotted, and you should not watch at all costs.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. So with that being said, I figure since Liam was ready to go in the chat, I'm going to start with you, Liam. Tell us, what's a movie you would not recommend?
So, for my first one, I have not went the David route and went gutted, rotted, whatever else.
That's on my grinder.
words. Exactly. I didn't want to be like David on a date. Sorry, hook up.
That's right.
So I went with a film that's just shit. Just shit. Just the worst. Shouldn't have happened. Why did it happen? Who thought it was a good idea? And that is
the
the
one.
bunker game.
Yeah.
Or games.
Okay.
The Hunger
Oh.
Games?
Bunker.
Bunker.
Is that a spoof or something?
Bunker.
No.
No. Well, if you go to Gran Canaria, it's a sex bar called Bunker.
What's the
But,
address?
just in the middle of the Yumbo, it's got a big sign saying Bunker. Opens about
What?
12 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
You'll have a lovely time. There's a bath for you to get pissed on. You get in the bath.
No, honey.
That's
I'm
not
just
in the
stressed
movie.
too much.
Oh.
No, honey. No.
None of this is in this movie. All of this movie consists of is telling you that things are happening, not showing you things are happening, and people cosplaying as Nazis. That's
Mhm.
pretty much.
And what's the problem?
just shit.
He rotted.
So wait a
Yeah.
minute.
Like,
This movie is so problematic.
is this
So it's a group of people who are. It's a group of is it LARPers?
LARPing, yeah.
LARPing. It's people LARPing as
Role
live
play.
action role
action,
play.
yeah. So
Yeah.
the nerds know.
live action role playing as Nazis in a bunker, which used to actually be a bunker in the olden days. And then people start dying, but you don't see anyone die. You don't see anyone get attacked. You just see like, oh, that person was attacked. Cool.
Okay. So they just say it.
Yeah.
Just
Like it's just shit.
It is. He's not wrong. I think it's the only film that we get. Both he and I were like, we went in hard on this because the other thing about this film, there's nothing that they're not subverting any expectations. Like my first thought too is I was watching this to go, why on earth would you live action role play as a Nazi? That sounds fucked up to me. Let
Are
alone
they just so wait a minute. So there are no prisoners? It's just them like
they are hosting also a party in this bunker. So there are all these people who are also live action
dressed
role
up as
playing.
Nazis?
Yep.
Yeah.
Celebrating like it's going to be the end of World War II, but the Nazis are going to win. It is so
is it like
stupid.
a foreign movie or like an English movie?
It's an English movie, but it was made in Italy. No, it's like I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it was made because I was like, why do I care about? I didn't care about anybody. And then they threw in a ghost element that was poorly done. But as Liam said, though, there was one part somebody died, and we're like, what happened? She fell.
She just fell. Literally, that is how she died. She fell.
She fell in like in something, or
No, she fell and hit her head on the floor.
Maybe she had osteoporosis or something. Like it wasn't like the girl from
She just fell. She didn't even fall hard. She just fell. You know, like if you're walking and then you just say,
kind of like Michelle and
like
Destiny's Child, and she just
Wendy
dropped.
Williams.
Yeah,
Like Wendy Williams.
she did a Gemma.
You know, to this day, I wish I was in the audience because I would have been. Oh my god, honey! Oh my god! Oh
She did
my
for the
goodness!
British people, she did a Gemma Collins on the Radio 1 stage.
Yeah.
But
Or
into
Wendy
nothing.
Yes.
That's what he said. And then yeah, she was dead.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a horror film. Why? Like how? Like
It wasn't
what?
scary.
What are you doing?
It wasn't gory.
Well, if you're Jewish, it is. I mean,
that's fair.
Well,
Okay,
shit.
fair. But
Nazis are coming.
it was just the most bizarre thing I had ever seen, and
I didn't get why it was happening. I didn't get why I was there. I
It
still
shouldn't have
don't
been
understand
made.
to this day what was actually happening, because nothing did happen. It was like all the way through, it was just nothing's happening. It's just like these people are in a bunker, and then all of a sudden, right at the very end, they're like, "No, there's a ghost." It's like, well, where the fuck's this ghost been for the last hour and a half?
Oh no! How long is this
Tell
movie?
me.
Maybe the ghost tripped her.
it was like 90,
Possibly.
maybe
Okay.
90
okay.
minutes. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's okay. That's one thing. Because if it was like 2 hours, I was like, no, we're not doing this for 2 hours, bitch. Like,
Literally, the
I'm-
ghost turns up 5
I'm not
minutes
doing
from the
another
end.
old. Like, I'm not doing. I was like, no. I'm not doing this again.
I would rather watch Old than watch The Bunker Game.
Ooh, have mercy. I
Mhm.
fell asleep editing that movie. Like, I just to
Understand.
this, I just can't. I was like, oh Lord, what am I doing? Although that man was so fine, he carried me through that movie. Oh my god. Mid-size.
Nissan, Mitsubishi.
Yeah. Oh my god, honey, have mercy.
Well, all right, Liam. So
Yeah.
next we are gonna go. I'm going across how my screen is. I'm going to go to you, George.
Oh
Okay.
Lord.
So I have three, but I'm going to do it, Liam. The first two are just films that I don't recommend. The last one is one that's like a David film. So That's what we're going to call them. So the first film I'm going to say is a film that I have so much hate towards that it actually boils in my body every day. And that is Paranormal Activity Next of Kin. Because this film, I don't know if I don't, he's never going to watch this, but if he does, I don't know if he had, I don't know if he was offered way too much money to do this film, but Christopher Langdon, like, babe, you did three of my favorite Paranormal Activity films, three of them. One of them is the most iconic, the one you directed and wrote, iconic. I don't know if you were drugged when you wrote this film, and if the directors, I don't know what happened, but darling, this film is dreadful. It's not Paranormal Activity. It's not found. It's like half found footage, half like, oh well, I'm just going to pretend it's found footage.
Drag her.
Like, for those of you who might not know, I'm very into the Paranormal Activity franchise. Always have been, always will, stand by them apart from Ghost Dimension. So when this film was announced it was going to come out, I was like, oh my God, Yutaka will watch this film. It's nothing to do with the original series. I wouldn't call it a reboot. It doesn't reboot anything. It's just shit. And it's like they go, okay, well, it's found footage, but like we've got 4K, we've got drones. And it's like, I don't want that. I want found footage to be like a $25 camera that you got in a charity shop. That's what I want my found footage to be like. I don't need it to look like a film. Then halfway through, they're like, oh, well, actually, we're going to add some sound and music into this, even though it's not a documentary.
Yeah, that was weird.
Then they were like, oh, wait a minute, we're using multiple cameras, but when we flick back and forth, the camera's not actually there. So where was that recording from, babe? Where was that recording from? Nowhere. So let me tell you.
It was from the drone.
No, the drone didn't exist, babe. No.
Yeah.
When she had one on her head, one on her leg. She looked down at the leg, looked back up. There was no camera on her head. Fucking disgusting. Anyway, and then they started going into like Midsommar, The Descent, all in one. And then they were like, oh, let's end this film. And now Jason Blum's like, yeah, we're not going to do another one. Well, maybe, Jason, if you'd stepped your pussy up in the first place and contacted me, we could have had a great finale to the Paranormal franchise.
Become.
I can't. It bothers me to the point that I want to vomit.
He's in one of the stages of grief, which one being anger.
Yeah.
It bothers him that much. He suddenly becomes like uber British.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. So that's it. It's really funny because I know you had just like tweeted him earlier about something and he responded. So go ahead, go off, but suck on that dick
this
while
video
you're doing
after
that.
I start this up. Send
Like,
me a link to this video.
like I said, I
but
thought
hold
those
on,
films were great, but this one's atrocious. He didn't direct this film though.
Oof.
So,
But girl,
But like,
he had
I've
a
never-
Twitter meltdown because of this film.
Well,
I've
He
never
did.
seen the first one. So is the first one really good compared to this one?
Well, if you're into found footage.
Yeah, if you like found footage, which I do, it's my favorite like subgenre. But to me, the Paranormal Activity franchise actually does have a really good storyline throughout it that people will just kind of go, oh, I'm not going to watch it because they just think it's found footage and they think it's shit and cheap and whatever. But I genuinely think if you shut up, you horrible, horrible man. I think that if I would recommend it. I would recommend you to watch it. I would recommend you to react to it. The first film is very reaction worthy, I would say. If you got your headphones in,
is it? When does our reaction get released?
Well, you were in bed for it, I think, weren't you?
Not the first one, ma'am.
Not the first one. I don't have the footage. I think you've got it.
No, you do.
Do I? Okay, well, we'll release it unedited on Patreon. And
it was boring.
It's very good. I like it. I love the story. But yes, the first like 3 or 4, well, not the fourth one, but the
three is fun, actually.
3 is really good.
I really like
and
3.
The Marked Ones, which is number 5, which was a Hispanic spin-off, is the best of them all. But I would recommend them. It's just this one, it'd been like 6 years since the last one, which was Ghost Dimension, which was dreadful. And then they kind of like half rebooted it, but then they were like, oh, we can't be bothered. Let's stick it on Paramount Plus. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, there goes the Midnight Club. Any interviews with that or any freaky interviews? But hey, I'm just kidding. I know how pissed you were when you watched that, and I was actually waiting for that because I watched it first, and I was like, oh, George is gonna hate this. And meanwhile, I'm like, I'm living because it is. Yeah, it was a rough film, unfortunately.
And I think another part of it is it was like another version of Alien Covenant for me, because I was expecting a completely other film. Like Alien Covenant, I was expecting Prometheus 2, and I got shit. And this Paranormal Activity film.
No.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can go off on your fucking paranormal whatever. But you
Oh
fucking
my
leave the
God.
Alien series out of your mouth. We're
Alien
moving
Covenant
on.
Alien Covenant's terrible. Terrible film.
Okay. Well, fix your hair.
Anyway,
So
sorry, Chew. Yeah, but I recommend
Go
it.
Fix that
fix your
face.
hair, fix your mug.
Fix your body.
Woo, honey. Have
Yeah,
mercy.
thank you for your time.
Oh,
Lord, have mercy.
Jesus. You would think someone died. Oh. Anyways,
You're going straight to hell with him.
We are. Next, we're gonna move to David. Tell us about your pick.
Well, I'm a sensible lady and I'm a lady of class and dignity.
Yeah.
So the movie that I picked, because I went on apparently now I have a reputation that I like to see as filth and rotted shit. Well, listen, after they took the porn off of Tumblr, I needed other places to watch shit. So I had to, So on my endeavors, I found this movie called Necromantic.
Oh God.
It is from 1987. 1987. The movie looks like a snuff film. You watch it and you're like, okay, is this real? What's happening? What? So basically, it's about this guy. Let me paint you a picture so you can start jerking off. And so basically, it's about this guy who works. That's right. Who works cleaning up dead folks after they've been found and dead on the floor. They come up almost like they just come in a bus and just pick up the body, clean it up as if nothing ever happened.
Oh.
Well, one of the guys that
like
works
local public transport for me. Then.
Exactly. You don't want to be walking your kids to school and they're like, oops, you know what I mean? Like you want it off the streets. So and all that stuff. And so what this guy, he and his girlfriend, they live together. He brings either like eyeballs, hands, and puts it in
jars,
like a jar,
ferments them.
Yeah, like pickles and all that stuff. Yeah, and so one day he was like, "Ooh, let me set my pussy up. Like, let me do something crazy," and he takes the full body home. The way the body, listen, they've had skeletons or fresh, but this body is almost like the flesh. It's almost like a liverish, kind of smooth and crumbly kind of, and it looks too real where I was like, I really hope this is not a real dead body because it looked like it was rotting, but it was like, it was so, but listen, this is where it broke me because there's a scene where they kill a rabbit and I don't, we're not doing that because I come from DR, honey, and the roads you'll be seeing the rabbits hung upside down ready to fry. So I'm traumatized from that as a kid. Oh yeah, they eat that but they show the rabbit is alive, it's so cute, and then he just takes it and cuts it and skins it, and I was like, oh my God, because he's having flashbacks to being a kid and all that stuff. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part is that the woman, the girlfriend, she's like, I want some dick from this dead bitch. She takes a pipe, sticks it on his dick, puts a condom over it, and starts writing and writing and writing and writing. Like, I was like, girl, we're not doing this. I had to pause the movie a few times because I was like, listen, I've been with guys that want me to lay there and close my eyes. Like I'm like, but this is on another level of sick. Like, I was confused. And then they kill the cat. They kill the hooker.
Wait, hold on.
Like,
what was her skin color?
The skin color of who? Oh,
the woman.
What do you think?
White, obviously.
What do you think?
Only white people.
Honey, but she takes a bath in blood and all that stuff, and like he makes her bring like blood.
It keeps the skin fresh.
And she's just like, oh, she's kind of like what is it? Not Marie Laveau. What's the other one?
Elizabeth Bathory. Is that who you're thinking?
Lalaurie. Delphine Lalaurie. Remember when she was rubbing the blood on her? She was like, it keeps look at this waddle and all that stuff. Yeah. And she, honey, but she falls in love with the corpse over her boyfriend. And she's like, he gives me everything I need, honey. And the corpse is just like there, like, and she and I was like, girl. And then he finds out that he can't get it hard if it's not with a corpse. So he takes this hooker and he can't get it up while she's alive. So he chokes her out, and then fucks her in the graveyard. And then he can get hard and fuck.
What is
How do you find these?
How did you find it? Like,
You know, I am single and there's a lot of free time on my hands. So I will not explain my reasonings. But thank you very much. There's not a Q&A portion on this question, honey.
How would
But,
somebody even make this type of film? Like, why do directors think the way they think?
and,
Like,
but no, and I
understand.
believe it is a German film. It is a German
Oh.
film.
That makes sense.
Um,
So I was a little bit conflicted because my nipples got a little bit hard when they were talking because it's so cold the way they talk. They talk like they want to like spank
Yeah,
you.
the accent. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, when he took that corpse, honey, and he put it like in a Ziploc bag and all that stuff, and he just said, "Ta-da," and all that stuff. And the girlfriend, honey, her eyes lit up, honey, when she saw that corpse because she was loving it, honey. She was riding that dick. Well, that pipe, literally. But I was like, oh my God, lady.
you can't judge anyone for riding a pipe.
Have you ever ridden a pipe?
I haven't. I said you can't judge. I didn't say I couldn't.
Oh,
Listen, after you've written this many dicks, I can judge whoever I want. So listen, it was just so uncomfortable to watch. And the music that they're playing while it's like, while they're fucking, it's so cute. You're like, oh my God,
Is it
Hallmark.
lovely romantic?
Like, oh my
music?
God, you know, like,
Not
you know, I
Hallmark.
was like, and I'm like, and they're just like, there, yeah. And she's like, he's behind just licking. And I'm like, and it was gooey and sticky. And
Huh?
I mean, listen, I can get them fucking the corpse, but when you kill the rabbit,
No.
That crosses.
and the cat, because he got so upset that the woman left him she left with the corpse. She was like, I'm leaving.
wait, she like took the corpse.
He was like,
Packed it up.
I'm leaving with my man. And honey, and he got so pissed off, he killed the cat, killed the hooker, fucked her in the
Okay,
Crazy.
wow.
honey.
Mm.
But that's
Again.
just mine. Anyways,
Woo! Oh, Jesus. We said Demented.
no, you said
I
movies
did.
that so it's your fault, honey. I blame you.
Yeah,
I don't think we'll ever see Denise Richards again.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
All right. So moving on. We'll go with Steve.
Mine's not much better.
Oh.
So now, I mean, you guys probably know this one. So my pick is 2009's Antichrist. Lars von Trier.
I don't know what that
Or
is.
is it
Yeah.
Antichrist? It's with Charlotte Gainsbourg and Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Oh.
I went in completely blind. I didn't see it in theaters. I was like, let me just get the
The Green
DVD.
Goblin?
What?
Yeah.
The Green Goblin?
Yeah.
Green
that's
Goblin.
Willem
Yeah.
Dafoe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
that's right. No, yeah, that's my
Not this
yeah.
Willem.
Oh Lord, here we go.
So it.
Oh.
So it starts off with like the worst fucking parents ever. So they're like, they're fucking in the shower. And well, I would give this movie one thing, and David, you might like this one.
Uh-huh.
The director hired actual porn actors for this, and they,
Oh yeah, keep on going, keep on
they
going.
filmed like an actual like sex scene in the
Oh,
so like there's like full on penetration happening.
oh,
Oh.
it's kind of like that movie. What was that movie called? Nympho.
Oh.
It's the same director.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes his
Honey.
porn.
Yeah.
It's how he gets his jollies, I guess. He's like, yeah, you know.
Mhm.
Anyway, so he had like the double, you know, they're like whatever. They're the sex
Penetration?
dolls.
Oh,
Anyway, no.
oh.
Would have made the movie better, but anyway. So they're fucking,
Yep.
and then the wife's like sees their son like by a window and like doesn't stop him, and he like falls to his death, and like that's happening. So then cut to like grieving couple, they're like going to the woods to like mourn and deal with their marriage or whatever, some shit. And then she like loses it. And what's weird, what I hate about this movie is like it feels very like mean to women. Like it almost feels like it's blaming women when shit goes wrong, because she kind of falls down this whole like rabbit hole of conspiracies and anti-sex and anti-woman. The woman is bad. Are we doing spoilers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
there's this
did.
close-up shot. This woman takes a scissor and cuts off her own clit. Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
Bible. Get the Bible.
Get your Bible ready. and then she proceeds.
Wait, was it like meat curtains? Was it hanging, or was it bothering
I
her
mean,
that it was too bad?
it was a very like neat, well tidied vagina, but it didn't deserve that. I mean, like
It didn't deserve that.
I mean,
It can take a pounding, but that
it
no.
could take it could
No, because
take
I've seen some
something,
that fly in the wind.
right?
So you
I
have
mean,
someone
no,
like
I
tied
don't-
in a knot.
Stop.
no, it was very clean. Like it would have been, like
With a lovely
90s porn,
vagina.
post 80s, like everyone was kind of shaven and like it was nice.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't like vaginas, but if you're into that thing, go for it. But I mean, I'm sure someone might like it. But anyway, so after she like cuts her coochie, she like goes and like
No,
bashes
coochie.
Willem Dafoe's balls. Wait, what?
He was laughing
Yeah,
at
because
you.
I
the way you
could-
said cut the
Oh yeah,
coochie.
yeah. No, she cuts her
Like-
coochie, and then she like I forget what she grabs, but then she like bashes Willem Dafoe's like
The meat,
balls
it's a
in.
meat grinder, is it? Like a
Woo!
meat.
Meat
Mercy.
grind. Yeah.
in it?
And then she's
Yeah.
like jerking him off, and then he like comes like a fountain of blood, like all over. It. Whew.
Okay, could you stop? You're turning me on. Stop.
Tapped.
I mean, maybe those people from Necromantic would like it. I'm sure.
Oh, honey.
Anyway.
Honey.
But my God, this movie was just like trash. Like I hate it. It's trash, and I it's seared into my brain. Like I'll never like. I don't know. I just it's pretty vile. It's a pretty vile movie.
Yeah.
It's a shame to Willem Dafoe because
Yeah.
Google
I
it.
didn't know.
He is packing.
Well, not
Yeah,
Willem
oh, no.
Dafoe.
Watch the movie and
Oh.
you see it.
There's a yep.
Have mercy. Not Willem Dafoe. I can't think of him fucking.
I mean, get some nice ass shots. I mean, he's got a nice tight ass. Like it, like
Mm-hmm.
he does. He does. He keeps it.
Yes.
Okay.
But anyway, that movie's. I don't see that movie.
It was such a shock as well. Going
You know,
from
it
Melanchola
always bothers me
to,
when
to
straight
that.
guys have. Yeah, no, it always bothers me when straight guys have nice asses.
The way.
It really does, because I'm like, there's some women that don't like to eat ass. So what are we doing here?
And street men don't watch their ass.
That's true too. Like you bend them over and it's Dinkleberry Central. Like, what is happening? What is this? Sir, like,
But
oh
I mean,
no.
it's still good to have like women want something to look at. Just because they don't want to eat it doesn't mean they don't want to.
If I'm not eating, I'm not going to the restaurant. Like, what are we doing here?
It's called window shopping.
No, honey. I got some coins to spend, honey. I'm not like, oh, it looks nice.
But
What,
like,
the fuck? What are we doing?
so, well, so
So
you
it's
want
after
the
padding.
buffet,
You're like for sitting. You know,
you want
like
the buffet to look nice, but you don't want to eat from the buffet. You're gonna go and have an actual like prepared meal in his penis.
What the fuck is this, a museum? Like, no, I want to eat.
it's a nice centerpiece, right?
No,
like
yeah,
flowers in the
no.
middle of the table.
Do I look
It's
like
just-
Martha Stewart? I want to eat. Okay, like I'm not. No, honey. No, honey. I hate that. That pisses me off so much. But anyways, that's not the topic of this episode.
I know we're not talking about you eating cheeks. So we're gonna go ahead and move next now.
But you can find out about me eating cheeks on the Patreon.
Oh, oh my goodness. So next we will move on to Chew. What is a movie you wouldn't recommend?
Whew.
There's something about this man called Ari Esther.
Oh Lord,
That man is sick.
he's very popular on
Um,
this channel.
I don't even. So I watched I think it's his first movie called The Strange Thing About the Johnsons. I don't know if you guys have seen it. That movie.
Oh
is-
no.
I mean, I can stand Midsommar. I can't stand Midsommar. Midsommar is crazy. But The Strange Thing About the Johnsons is insane. You know, it starts off with the family, the father going into the son's room, you know, asking the son if it's okay. You know, it feels like there's this father and son relationship that it's cute. You know, you'll be so happy to see
Is
this.
this going to turn into fun size?
So hold on. The minute the father just leaves the room, the boy starts jacking off. And I'm like, why is he jacking off? Just for them to
That
show
is
his
fun size.
picture, and he was jacking off to his father's picture. And I was like, huh? Like, what is going on? Fast forward, the guy gets married. On his wedding day, the guy went to the back of the house and was making out with his father on his wedding day. and the mother was seeing everything happen.
Now,
And
if
I'm
the
just
dad
like-
was The Rock, you know.
I was
would
like,
be-
what's the reason? Like, I don't understand. The father was just standing there like this, letting his son kiss him and grab his ass, touch all over his body. And I was like, why did Ariesta make this? Like, what is like? I finished watching the movie and I didn't gain anything from the movie. Or like Midsommar, for example, at the end of the movie, it shows what's her name?
Florence Pugh.
Florence, yeah, at the end of the movie, she became like the girl that she always wanted to be, because she broke up with her boyfriend. But this one, there was no lesson, just the guy assaulting his father. That's all. So I don't understand why he made that movie, honestly. Tuesday, I don't understand why he made the movie.
You see, because there is, because I've seen my share of incest porn, but it's pretend. I'm the stepfather. We're not related. Why not? But this
is his actual father.
Yeah, like gay-cest. Yeah. But no, this was on another level of sick. I was watching and I was like, girl, what are we? Let's see. I thought it was gonna be like he's wired to just like he has like either blackmail or so. I don't know what. Like it was just fondling just because it was a Tuesday. I'm like, what is happening right now, sir? Like I was so confused. Yeah, I was watching. It's not a long film. It's like a short film.
Yeah, it's like
but
half
it
an hour,
feels
isn't it?
long.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh my God, can this please end right now? Because I'm so
it's
uncomfortable.
so disturbing. Like,
Because only one person is enjoying it. And what's the fun in that? I mean, and so it's like, like it's disgusting. I was confused, girl. Have mercy.
He was confused because he was also turned on.
No, it won't. Oh, it did.
No.
No,
No comment.
this one was just crazy. The difference, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I've never heard of this film.
Oh, you need to watch it. It's on YouTube. The
Yeah.
strange thing about the Johnsons. It's crazy.
I don't know if I
Short
want to
film.
watch it.
But I love Ariesta's mind though. Like it's crazy and just. But Midsommar and Hereditary, I know some people don't like those movies, but I love those movies. Oof, that's
No,
so
I'm there with you.
Yeah.
I hate that sound.
Well-
Don't.
Well done, people.
That sound.
Ooh, girl, honey, that was sick.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, mine isn't. I'll get to a demented one if it's
Yeah,
funny.
just go to gay-cest if you're into
Yeah,
that.
I truly don't watch
waste your time.
films like that.
Yeah.
Not
So
good place.
I'll go with I'll move on to mine. And this is a video game adaptation. That stars the incredible Tara Reid. And
Blair? Who?
Tara Reid.
Oh, I thought he said Terry. I was like, who's Terry?
No, Tara
It's his
Reid.
accent. Tara.
Yeah,
Terry.
Tara.
Terry.
Fuck off. Anyways, it stars Tara
All right,
Reid
Miss
and
Colorado.
Christian Slater. And it's 2005's Alone in the Dark. Now, as a gamer,
you didn't go where I thought.
yeah, I'm a video game, as a gamer, this was a video game series I truly enjoyed. It had, sexy leads, threw in some paranormal, and some, they were put in an archaeologist setting. They're, looking for creatures. Things are, it's supposed to be high octane, action, kind of like the Resident Evil films. But this was just shit. And the special effects were awful. More importantly, you couldn't see anything in the film. It was just too dark. Like, where was the budget? Wasn't in the lighting
Looking into
or
David
the
Bowie.
acting. I mean, I love Christian Slater, but sometimes I feel he's like, I just need the check. And well, sadly, Tara Reid's Tara Reid.
She just needed to fix her boobs.
Well, yeah. But I
Well,
do
it was
like
2005, which was when she was having the issues.
Yeah, no. And I actually enjoy Tara Reid, but she makes some awful choices with her filmography at times. And this just was not one of them. And this had Stephen
Excuse me,
Dorff.
wasn't she in Sharknado?
Well, hey, she got lots of money for that. So work.
I would have been laughing all the way to the check, bitch.
She did too.
To the bank.
To the check.
To the not to the check too, honey. But like, yeah, no, I mean Tara Reid, I just know her from American Pie.
Yeah,
Because I have never seen any of those other movies.
I know it from Big Brother.
I forgot about.
Oh god,
Was
yeah.
it a celebrity?
Now
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
friends with Jedward through it.
Yeah.
She has an interesting filmography and
Urban Legend.
Urban Legend. Actually,
Oh,
she's.
yes.
I don't think
A
David's seen Urban
great-
Legend. Have
a
you seen that,
great-
David?
No, I've seen little bits of it, but never
Okay.
seen the whole
No,
movie.
Urban Legend is fantastic.
She
I would
has a
recommend that.
great
Yeah, it's
chase
good. I
scene.
didn't see it until this year.
Same.
Yeah,
All right.
it's she like that's kind of what was going to put her on the map, in my opinion, as a scream queen. And then sadly, like things unfortunately for her derailed. But yeah, it was just this movie was just trash, and it was at the height of when they were doing all the video game adaptations, and it was just a poor it was a carbon copy. I think it's like a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. It bombed at the box office. I mean,
Well, shit happens.
yeah. So
I mean, I've never been into the whole video game shit. I told you about my bad experience with Resident Evil, where I had to
Mhm.
leave the house because my friend put the Resident Evil game, and I was like, no, we're not doing this, honey. When those zombies started coming towards me, I started panicking. I almost blew up the TV. I was trying to press those fucking buttons. I don't like people. The only game that I could get through was when Catwoman came out with Halle Berry. Honey, that was the first time I felt pussy, honey. When, like, I was a little kid.
to watch Bob and Peppermint play Resident Evil on their live stream. It's on YouTube. Oh, my god. The way Peppermint screams, like she gets like trapped in a room and she's like,
Yeah, no, I don't
She's
do.
like-
When those zombies are coming towards me, like I don't know what to do. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I don't like that. I don't like. Get me out of here, honey. No, I don't know how to.
You press the button.
Is that my fingers are so skinny?
L2, R2.
I can
He's
say
never
that
been
being
good
an
at
issue.
shooting.
Well, shooting loads maybe, but not shooting at. I don't do that.
I love video games, and I enjoy a good video
You're
game
American. You should
adaptation.
be used to a gun.
Mhm.
I mean,
Says the
I
white
don't.
man.
Yep, I don't mind going to a shooting range. Sorry, I actually I don't own a gun, but I don't mind going to a shooting range.
Is
I've
it
always
because
wanted
of
to
the,
go
is it
there.
because it exerts power? Is that what it is?
Oh,
No, I
Well,
think
some
you're
people do
reading
it because
too
they're
into that.
That's
It's
why I think everybody has a gun, because they like the idea of being powerful.
again. I didn't say I owned
Realize.
one.
Try living in
No,
the hood.
I didn't say you did. I said everybody.
No, like
Shit.
for me, it's just kind of fun. It's in a target range. And sometimes they'll like instead of having like the bullseye, they'll put like zombies up and all this.
Yeah.
And it's a good time.
You see, I've always wanted to go to a shooting range, but just so I can feel like Demi Moore and Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
I
I
bet
mean,
you did.
shiny, but give me a gold gun. I don't want that black shit. I want it gold, and I want it to the bezel with a Z, honey, and I want it to be like, I'm Charlie Angels, honey. I love
Let
that.
me tell you, the first time I ever actually shot a gun, it was funny. This was back when like I was like, I weighed like 140. I look like a twink. didn't have a-
140?
Yeah. Ooh, girl, I was snatched.
Girl.
And
This is
I
like
remember
good
going
thing.
to the gun range in like a super tight t-shirt and short shorts kind of thing. I was like with my friend who was pregnant because
he got
I
them
was-
from Gap Kids.
yep, that's all right. You're jealous.
Baby gap.
And here I am at the gun range and never shot a gun. And the very first time, like, didn't know like to lock your lock your elbows kind of thing. And so that gun, it almost came back and just hit me in the face. And I was like, oh my god, that was so much fun. I'm gonna do it again. And yeah, it's a good time.
I've shot rifles before.
Yeah, rifles.
I've
and
handled a
shotguns.
rifle.
I'm shocked.
But yeah,
No,
so
honey.
but yeah, that was my, it was kind of lackluster considering everybody's picks.
Don't put yourself down. We enjoyed your time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You should
EJ.
still
Yeah,
be in mourning,
Deborah.
bitch.
You did well.
Anyways,
I did see
so
you this morning.
Oh my goodness, what is going on?
I don't know.
Oh my god, is Jason trans?
Oh, I know. Did you see? Isn't that
Oh my
cute?
god.
Got
For the
that
next,
big-
yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, it was for Salem Horror Fest. They were doing a charity, and I was like,
Oh.
absolutely, I'll support.
Yeah.
So it's super
Mhm.
cute.
Oh, I love that.
I
Hey,
got all
Jason,
these
even
masks
Jason can
because
support.
I just feel like,
That's
eventually
right.
I'll send them to George. So, George can cover that up. So, but anyways, we'll go ahead and move on.
He's
because
got
I
one
know-
back there.
Yeah.
Well, he won't be here next week, so.
Oof, thank
No.
God. So, Liam, tell us, what's your next pick?
My next pick is something that I have already mentioned on this channel. It is The Human Centipede 2. I will not stop mentioning how fucking disgusting this film is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a woman giving birth and squashing her baby under the fucking pedal of a car. I don't want to see this. What made him think that was an appropriate thing to put on a fucking screen? Like, it's disgusting. It's not even like, again, but I'm still gonna watch. Like, no, that's just vile.
Drive-a-by, baby.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
we need help.
It was
Me?
funny. I laughed.
Well, I mean, listen, people like that shock shit. People get off on that. I'm like, I can't, honey. After a while, for me, is when the animals get involved. Do not kill animals. Like to this day, well, I know, like with the cannibal
words.
Holocaust.
Oh, yeah.
Whew, have mercy, girl. I could
feel
deal
like
with
if it's
them
gonna
killing.
be, I don't know, I feel like it's gonna be over the top gore. You got to go funny. Like it's got to be like Evil Dead. It can't. I don't know. I just otherwise it just doesn't.
It kind of,
land.
yeah, it kind of like this is just like it's so overly realistic
Yeah.
that it doesn't. It
And
takes the enjoyment out of it by making it too realistic.
It like doesn't even need to happen because of the
Uh-huh.
situation. Like she's inside a car and this little dude who's severely overweight and is struggling to even run to the car is like, trying to. So it's not like she's being chased by Jason X and he's going to smash the window in. She gives birth in this car. She's got time to move the baby's head and then accelerate or reverse out of the district. But she's like, no, I'm just gonna.
I almost drowned, but thankfully, this morbidly obese guy came to help me.
Man was looking at me on the beach, and then finally, this morbidly obese guy on a kayak towing a giant inflatable swan. What's his weight got to do with anything?
Oh my god. Anyways, I'm sorry.
But yeah, I agree. Human Centipede 2 is gross.
So, yeah, it was pointless. Like, scene where he masturbates with sandpaper.
Mm.
Ugh.
Do you think that does a good
I
job
tried it.
exfoliating?
It's not so bad.
No.
He tried it after we first talked about this film,
I
didn't
was
you?
curious. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So I just couldn't recommend it. Like, it's why I just can't get. I can't get my head around why it happens.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Like
Nothing
with the
wrong with that.
first Human Centipede, it's disgusting, but it's all.
In the words
It
of
all
Eminem,
has.
don't ask why, just ask why
It's
not.
all smoke and mirrors in the first one, right? I mean, you don't really ever really
Yeah.
see anything. It's all bandages and
Yeah, like everything's like also everything's
demure.
science based. It's like there's never anything over the top grotesque to the point where you're like, oh, this isn't fun anymore.
So is
This
it
is
more
like this is
disgusting-
stupid.
Is it more disgusting than the first one? Because I've not seen any.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
So the first one is good.
1,000 times.
No, the first one's not
it's
good.
It's not good.
not good.
But
movie.
I would, if you've never seen it, I would still recommend watching it. You wouldn't be able to do a reaction to it.
Funny.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing you can show. But yeah, I would say the first one you can still watch and you can still appreciate what they were trying to do. The second one, just
pure shock, wasn't it?
it's pure unnecessary shock, and there's no substance to the film. It's just let's see how disgusting we can get and see how far we can push and see if anyone stops us.
And she didn't stop that car.
The baby tried. So yeah, that is my pick. I don't want to see a baby again.
Okay. All right. That's
I really like it.
All right, that's fair. I mean, George, how about you?
Yeah, so my second one again. I'm leaving the rotted one to last. So this second one,
Does this one come with a long monologue too?
It does. Yeah. So get comfortable, guys. Can we stop trying to make Texas Chainsaw Massacre happen? It's never going to happen. It's never happened since the remakes of 2003 and 2006. Leatherface was terrible. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D was terrible. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022 was unbearable. They decided, let's cash in on Halloween. And let's have our main character that the actress is actually dead for, so why do we even bring her back, to reappear and try and stop this villain who also, again, like Laurie Strode in Halloween, doesn't remember actually the person. So this film,
no, you don't need to bring her up.
Oh, I brought her up.
You know, my dad was right. Gay people shouldn't have rights. Like it's. I just really can't. I really can't. Anyways, but keep on going.
Die.
People who support this film, people like David and Yutaka, the people who like this film is because of the mechanic. You can't just like a film because of one.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
You said that.
I like it because he was when he bang, bang, bang. I love that scene. So when he threw that hammer at her, honey, and she went into the basement, honey, like an elevator. I live for that shit. Oh my god.
That Thor moment.
Again, I don't like that they tried to make it progressive. I don't like that they try to be politically correct. What I did like was the effect, the kills were insane. That's what I love. That's what I keep
satire. Like
the mechanic.
Also the mechanic, yeah. He could throw a wrench at me. But the thing that I didn't like was just like they were just trying, when people try to be like, oh my god, let's not offend anybody. Oh mama.
I don't like anything about it. Like, I don't think it's shit.
Yeah.
Maybe
look at what you're eating.
Yeah.
What are you eating?
Finished?
Candy kittens, vegan, gluten-free.
Don't need a full bag, you'll shit yourself.
Oh, good, I need to.
Oh, do it now.
I mean, it'll still be better than that film. But yeah,
more enjoyable.
I just thought it was so stupid. And to end that film, the way they ended that film, I mean, that was a comedy. That was a comedy film.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was that.
I didn't think it was supposed to be, baby.
But it wasn't.
The way those characters talk. I mean, there's no way that writer wrote that script not thinking this is satire. Like that's how you have to enjoy that movie. I'm not a big fan of the original I actually do not like the original Texas Chainsaw.
I know.
That was actually that was going to be one of my overrated movies on that episode that you guys did and that I couldn't be on. I don't like
for good reason.
I'm glad you weren't there. The original. Wait. The original, like the
original Texas Chainsaw. It annoys the shit out of me. I think the characters are annoying. They scream. They're like, the acting is ridiculous. I mean, I just think Leatherface is like, it's just annoying. Everyone's like, I'm like, I can't watch this for another fucking 30, 40 minutes.
And you're a new parent?
Oh
no. Oh no.
Oh no, I could take my son's crying. I can't take like Leatherface, Sally, her brother. Everyone's like, oh my god, that fucking movie. Anyway.
Are you fucking serious, Karen?
I enjoyed
What's your thought on the remake?
The remakes are fine. The first one.
Yay!
Yeah. No, I think the remake did it right.
No, it's not fine.
But I think 22 is actually funny, and I think they're like, you know what, we're gonna make fun of Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween, and I love Halloween, but I think it was satire because like we're gonna take the requel format, kind of like Scream 5, but we're gonna make fun of it, and we're gonna just say fuck Sally because it doesn't matter.
That chainsaw did fuck her,
you know. So I think you have to look at it like funny, and then it's fine.
I think you're giving the right
Texas Chainsaw movies.
I saw the first one when I was young, but I can't remember anything that happened. I saw when I was very young.
I love it. Oh my god,
And
I
when he
know
hangs her
back
on
then
that
they said
hook.
it was the scariest movie back then. That was very scary.
That one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love it. I love torture when nowhere to go when he hangs her up in that hook. Oh my god, I love it. Oh, I mean that movie to me is so like it's nasty. It one of the movies that really made me stop eating like I just couldn't look at meat the same way.
But I heard
Oh.
the one that came
Mm.
out in I think
But he looks at sausage
2003.
all the time.
The one that
2003.
came out is better than the first one. Is that true?
Which one?
I mean, I prefer the 2000. I know that's controversial as well. I do prefer the 2003 remake to the original Texas
I
Chainsaw
also
Massacre.
prefer the remake to the
Only
original.
because it's the one of the few films that I physically like can't watch because I'm like when like you were saying, David, when he puts that guy on the hook in that room and he's getting the salt and I can't. That's like one film that I'm like I have to like look away at times because it's just so like it's a lot dark. I think it did a good job of making a dark, like realistic, brutal remake of a film. But then this one, I think that Steve, I think you're giving way too much credit to the writers that you think that they thought that, and I appreciate that you that's what you thought. But I really think that they were just high and were like, let's do this film and make money, and then they didn't, and they because it got such bad. Do you remember when it was before it came out? Everyone that they got really bad like reviews when it was being screened before it came out, and we were like, oh well, at least it'll be enjoyable to watch, and it wasn't. So
I think, but I think again, people take Leatherface and like those movies too seriously. You know, I think. I think they did. That's just going to be a little controversial there. They're just,
listen, when he puts on a full face, Leatherface is ready for it. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago about the Dolly Parton Texas Chainsaw Massacre musical that we're producing, and let me tell you, it's going to be everything.
Okay. All right. Wow. Woo. All right. So, David, let's hear yours. Oh no, you didn't have another one.
Well, I mean, the only one that I have that I can think of is Mother's Day.
The one with Deborah Ann Wall.
Child, I don't know names, girl. Hold on.
Which one? The original or the remake?
The original. There's a remake of Mother's Day?
Yeah, with Rebecca De Mornay.
Oh no.
Deborah Ann Wall. It's great. Is it Sean Ashmore as well?
Hold up. Do I have this? Wait a minute. Hold up. No, is it Mother's Day?
There are two. I mean, there was the original.
The one with where they rape the girl, and is it Mother's Day? Yeah, where they rape.
Yep.
Yeah, where they rape. Yeah. Where they.
Do you want to say that word one more time?
Rape. I remember watching Is it Mother's Day? Yeah, it is Mother's. With the two guys, and the mom is watching. With the two mom, when the mom is watching them.
Yep.
Rape the honey, because the poster. I was like, oh my god, an 80s campy horror movie, like because in the 80s it was like every theme is like there's April Fool's Day, there's the Christmas,
those holidays, I get what
Silent
you mean,
Night, Deadly Night. There's always a theme for some shit in the 80s. And in this one I was like, oh my god, Mother's Day is probably like I thought it was gonna be like a psycho parody, like like a I'm sitting here watching this movie, eating dinner, and then these two guys rape this poor girl. I'm like, oh no, we're not doing this, girl. Yeah, I was like, trying to eat and have a good Christian Saturday, and I'm like, we're not. And she's just watching. That's right, and I know, and she's just watching, like, oh yeah, keep on going, deeper. I'm like, oh no.
She was watching it happen to her.
No. The mother was watching the two sons rape the girl.
Wait,
and she was.
What?
She was like, do it, keep on going, keep harder. You're doing great, sweetie. Keep on going.
Yeah, because she wanted her son to if I'm remembering the original correctly, she wanted grandbabies, I believe. And so I think that it was either that or it was she wanted one of her sons to become a man because I think he was becoming that age. I haven't 1980. It's 1980. Yeah, I haven't seen the original in a very long time. The remake isn't as faithful to the original, but Yeah, no, that original's messed
think
up.
Yeah, because
both of
the
them-
poster is so silly. It's like the two guys and there's a head, like she's just sitting there like smiling and laughing, and the two sons are in the back. So I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be a like slasher. Did it rape?
Yeah.
Honey, I was, but the revenge is fabulous because if you're gonna do that, there needs to be some sort of you can't just rape to rape. Like, you know, I need to. You need to give me some.
And I think, yeah.
Like, you
Drink
know what
every
I'm saying?
time.
Right. But it was so rotted, and I was like, oh my god, no, I can't do this, honey. I can't do this. And they were so ugly. I was like, oh, back up. Like, I was like, no. If you're gonna no, yeah. But I was like, oh my god, it was hard to get through. That scene was hard to get. I don't like, because you see it in her face, and I'm like, oh god, oh, have mercy.
I hope the mother died. Did she die?
The mom?
Yeah.
No, she lives.
Yeah, but the sons, but the ones that did the
the sons die, but the mom lives, and I believe she takes the baby.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but yeah, but the revenge was definitely like,
oh yeah, no, she lost all her kids, and that's
Yeah.
why when
All right, Cersei Lannister.
Yep.
So, but yeah, well, that's good to know. I've
now
not
I feel
seen
like
the
George
original.
whenever there's a gay reference.
Isn't that the truth?
Honey.
Oh god.
But yeah, no, I just don't like scenes with the animals and like again with the cannibal, because the cannibal Holocaust wasn't the cannibal Holocaust inspired by a real life, or that was after, I think. This
They
white
used real
guy.
animals in that.
No, but wasn't it inspired by a real life of? Because I remember seeing this
Yeah,
video of this
wasn't-
guy.
It was the guy that rode over, and like you see the last photos of him. It's based on that, isn't it?
This
Explorer.
Caucasian man. He was like, yeah, I can help this civilization. They're just misunderstood. Mama, they want to fuck you up. Like, what is it with these people and trying to help? Like, this is this Jesus complex. I'm like, girl, if you see people with bows and arrows and all this shit and coming pointing at you, do you think that I'm gonna take my Bible over there? Honey, I'm out. I am out of there. And they never found the body. Everyone they went to try to go back, they couldn't find the body. They probably ate him up and shit. Girl,
yeah,
so sad. But he had it coming.
He had
girl.
it coming.
Yeah, no,
I
he
mean,
did.
there's 6 of us. We
They
could be...
warned him. They were like, don't do it, because they're gonna fuck you up. And he was like, no, I can fix him. Oh my god, no, try.
Yep.
Death.
Yeah, I was standing in
Have
the kitchen,
mercy.
minding my own business.
That's
when
right.
my husband Wilbur rushed in a jealous rage. Said, "You've been screaming a milkman."
Milkman.
It wasn't until later when I was
Then he
washing the
ran
blood
into
off my
my
hands, I even knew they were
Ran into
dead.
my knife 10 times.
I could do a whole performance
You
with all
are.
6 of them bitches. Like, I could be change my wig and be like,
I love
All right. Well,
Can you do the Russian? Is she Russian?
Oh.
Polish?
Yeah, she's Russian. Yeah, I think.
but did
Russian.
you do it? Not guilty.
Guilty.
Oh, this is too gay. Okay, let's move on.
yeah. Let's.
Uh-huh.
All right, Steve. What's your next pick?
My next and final pick, I only have 2. Not a rotted film. It's just I hate this movie. Pathology with
What film?
Milo Ventimiglia and Alyssa Milano.
Chill.
Oh,
So
okay.
Milo
okay.
Ventimiglia, you know him from Heroes and what's that
Oh, okay.
fucking show that everyone loves. So yeah, he's
This
like
is
a
Us.
I'll show everybody.
This
He's
is
the
Us.
dad
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
This Is Us.
It's just like, you know, you watch if you want to cry kind of movie show. So yeah, so he's like a pathologist and he goes to Harvard Medical for up to, you know, to join the school or whatever. And this group of students like come up with the game where they have to like they challenge each other to come up with the perfect murder. And they all like kill somebody. And then as the other pathologists come in and try to figure out how it happened.
Ooh.
It's cool in theory, right?
Uh-huh.
This is a movie I would love to see a remake of because I think it could be done really well.
Uh-huh.
The characters are vile, annoying. It just doesn't make it. There's just no logic. in it. Like, I feel like they just don't go in on the premise, you know. They try to, there's like some shock scenes where like a murder happens and they're like fucking in front of the body. So like that's happening.
Ooh, you're next.
Uh,
Remember? And you're next.
Oh
When
yeah,
she was like, oh yeah, fuck me next to your
but-
mom. Oh, I'm
While that was
Girl?
fucked up, it was done better in Your Next, because I think
Okay.
overall that movie is a better movie.
Chu,
But yeah,
did you see your next?
No.
You
I saw
put
you
that on your
reacted
list.
to it. I want to react to it, and I'll watch his reaction.
You better add that to your list, honey, because that
Mhm.
movie. Oh
I have
my
to, I have
god,
to.
it's a good, smart
Honey.
slasher. Like,
oh
it's
my
yeah.
god,
That's so good.
I heard it's
Anyway.
like Ready or Not.
Yes,
Yeah,
It's
it's like
very
a
dark
dark
I can see
comedy.
that. Yeah.
it is so satisfying to watch. Oh, that movie.
But Your
my
Neck, my
God.
favorite, my biggest laugh when they're like, "Honey, just if you run real fast, go."
Honey.
Oh my god,
And it takes
you have
place
to
in
watch it.
Missouri. Just saying.
Mhm.
Not in Colorado.
But yeah, pathology. Don't waste your time.
Sounds
Okay.
interesting though.
Yeah, it's giving me like a rope mixed with something else.
Yeah, no, the premise I think
Yeah.
on paper is so cool, and I would love
Yeah.
to see it done right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They just did it real shit.
I feel like I've seen it, but I can't remember because
It was
there's a
from
couple films like that.
Were both my movies from 09? 09 was a rough year. Oh no, it was 08. We were
Close
coming out
enough.
of all the Japanese remakes at that point. They were, so
Oh God. Don't make me.
Don't start. Don't start.
I'm not
because I will defend Miss Sarah Michelle Gellar to the end
just
of time.
because you
honey.
like the actress doesn't mean the movie's okay.
I thought it was a fun movie. I don't. Well, you know my taste, so you
Yeah, I
can.
know.
You can't judge.
I mean,
me.
there are worse. Like,
But
I think like
unlike George, I will keep that comment to myself. So
Uh-huh.
I
George.
will say, Chu, what is your next film that you wouldn't recommend?
It's not a horror movie, but I will not recommend any parents to let their child or their son see this movie. I know this is going to sound so funny, but Mean Girls. Because any boy that watches Mean Girls, they always turn out square. And you know, it's the truth. It's the truth. And the funniest part is apparently every actor in Mean Girls, every actor, they're all gay. And I'm like, how? Like, how? I would not recommend it's a classic movie, but I will not allow any woman to let her son watch that movie. Come on now, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't.
Question.
Gay.
Question. How does that explain me? Because I was already a raging homosexual before I seen Mean Girls.
Not me. Oh.
Was I out by the time I saw Mean Girls? I think I was.
2004,
Yeah,
right?
I was.
Oh, I wasn't out, but I knew.
I went to the movies to watch this. I remember when my friends, honey, we had a blast. It was all those 3 straight girls, and then Miss Faggot walks in, honey, like Regina. Oh my god! Yeah,
That's a good movie, dude. Like, that's a good movie. I love that movie so much. But
I can't believe you said
don't.
Variety is the spice of life, John. Oh my god, I love that movie.
That's hilarious.
That and John Tucker Must Die are like in that category for me of like
Chest kiss.
comfort movies.
Yes.
That oh my god,
Tucker's
Movies
good.
you can watch over and over again. So good. I think Mean Girls, I can say every single line from Mean Girls. Every
Yeah.
single thing.
but you won't recommend.
But you won't recommend.
I will not recommend it. I will not. I will
I
not.
feel like this would be a spoof commercial. Like my boyfriend was straight, but now he's not. And it's just like them watch, like he's just like
Just watch
Mean Girls. Not Flash. I usually double feature Mean Girls with Saved. If you ever seen Saved,
Oh my God!
Is
Yes,
with Mandy
I am
Moore?
filled with Christ's love, and then she throws the Bible.
this is not a weapon.
I had never heard of this movie.
It's
What's that?
really
Oh, it's so
good.
funny. It's
No,
yeah.
Mandy-
It's like
Mandy Moore and Chris. No, is it Christina?
Mandy
Ricci?
Moore,
No.
Macaulay Culkin.
No,
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, what?
Laura Birch.
Yeah.
Dora Birch.
Mandy
No.
Moore was an it girl back then for like teenage movies.
Yeah. Mary Louise
It-
Parker.
Mary
Isn't it?
Louise Parker. It's Jenna Malone,
Jenna Malone.
Mandy Moore.
Joe, have you got the IMDb page up? What's going on?
No, I just remember that film. It's a really great film.
You remember that, but you can't remember what the topic of the week is? Have mercy.
It's true. I have bad short-term memory, apparently.
Uh-huh.
Need post-it notes.
I
Just
can
put
relate.
post-it notes everywhere.
Oh, real quick. Which Sister Act was that from?
Part 1.
Thank you.
Why? What happened?
Liam thought it was
Oh,
part 2.
Lord. Have mercy.
No, at least Liam's seen them. I don't know about George.
George.
I have seen them.
And
I've seen the musical on Broadway.
Oh my god, I went with Raven was there with Raven. Oh my, it was one of the gayest experiences of my life.
I think that's happening right now.
It was glitter. It was, oh my god, it was so good. Oh my god. Anyways, I'm sorry. Okay, anyway.
So Liam.
But sorry, hold on. But do you think that Mean Girls is a better movie than Clueless in terms of like cultural impact?
For me, in terms of comedy, it's funnier. But to me, in terms of like the fashion.
Oh, I think Clueless is funnier.
Yeah.
You think Clueless is funnier?
Yeah.
No, I think Mean Girls is funnier.
I've never seen Clueless. But
what the fuck are we doing today?
Oh my god, we're moving.
But I've seen Wild Child.
I don't get.
Okay,
That's the one with Emma Roberts in. Oh my god, when she goes to private school.
Nobody cares about Wild Child.
Well, I don't care about
you
that
know.
fucking whatever Iggy Azalea's film that it was inspired.
So that's
by.
how you know Clueless. Oh my,
Yeah.
you need to leave.
Wait, what's the name of that movie?
I'm so fancy. What, the one with Emma Roberts?
Yeah.
Wild Child.
Yeah, you know, Mean Girls, Clueless, Wild Child. Yeah, all of them. Yeah, the
People
same.
know Wild Child. People comment below Wild Child.
But I think Clueless
Yeah,
has more
but
impact.
no one's going to stick up for you abusing Clueless by saying, "Well, I've seen Wild
I didn't
Child."
abuse it. I just said I hadn't seen it.
Jesus.
Right.
So stop
Take
bringing
your
this
man-
false narrative.
Take your man tits down several seats.
This is.
That is not what we're here for.
I mean, people know about the KKK, but they're not running around saying that they love it. I mean, like, I don't understand what. There's no connection, dog.
Anyway, so we're gonna move. We're moving on.
Leave that in.
I am. Did you get that on film? Did you get that on film?
Oh,
my
Lord,
gosh.
have mercy.
Liam, what is your next film?
I need a drink.
Oh Jesus. My next one is The Happening, because why the fuck did it happen?
The plants.
To torture us.
You know that's where I thought they were going with. Nope. I was like, oh.
I know you said that. You were like, is it?
Because I was like, why are they looking at the fucking clouds? What is happening? But you know, I'm slow. Anyways,
you were mesmerized by those thighs.
I could not, honey.
He only gets better when he gets thicker. Let me tell you
something. It took me a long time to edit that video.
I could tell.
Honey.
I could tell.
I wouldn't want him to get out of me, honey. That man was so fine. Oh my god. Anyways, let's move on before I come.
Hold on. At the end of Zzavid's no reaction, Nat said, Daniel Kaluuya is alive. Now come fuck me. I died.
Honey, if I ever met that man in person, like, you know, when your knees just buckle, like, oh my god, oh, because he's so smooth. Oh my god,
it looked like your arthritis had kicked in.
I look like that girl from the cave and old. Honey, when that bitch started voguing, I was like, you better work, bitch. Anyway, little tens across the board.
Well, speaking of M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong, why did The Happening happen?
Plants. I thought we answered that.
No, like the film itself. Why did they make the film?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't.
Was it successful? I don't know.
I don't
know.
think
So. It flopped. It killed his career for a bit, didn't it? Until The Visit. Was it The Visit?
Yeah. 2010, 2015, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The Visit revived his career, and then he
Devil before or after Happening.
Which one?
M. Night that made
Devil.
Devil was 2012. So after.
So it was after. Happening was like, oh, whatever, right?
Yeah, but he only produced.
What did he make you?
Yeah, that was just
M. Night make the Avatar movie.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Did he?
no,
Avatar, the last
Yeah.
Airbender.
Airbender, not Avatar.
Oh,
Not
I
James
was like,
Cameron's
man,
Avatar.
He made that movie. He is an
Airbender,
interesting
yeah.
He needs
creature.
to be locked up because
He is an
what?
interesting man. Because he's
Yeah.
made
Hey.
movies that I love, like, and hate at the same time. I don't understand what it is. Because I
Yeah.
love the visit. Well, me
Like
and old
Split
people.
was great,
Oh
but
my
then
god.
Glass was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't watched.
But then I
Glass.
like Devil.
Devil
and I
was
had
fun.
no idea.
I enjoyed
Yeah,
Devil.
but he only produced
he only
that though. He
produced
didn't
it,
write
yeah.
it
Oh, okay.
or direct
But
it.
it
so
was said
that's
a
why.
story from
But yeah, no,
a story by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
So he did
He's
write
still-
it.
Yeah.
But
his career has like some major ups and downs, and I think part of that though too is like that. We know I hate Signs, but sorry, Chris Stuckman, you could still stick me though. The Sixth Sense was just such a huge hit that it was just very hard for him to, how do you follow that up?
he could have stopped right there.
But I don't think that's the problem. I think
But
with
I
him,
think that's where
his problem is he believes his own hype too much.
Well, that's because
he
a lot of
seems
people
to-
believed it for a while. But he's
yeah,
still
but he seems to. But no, like so he has a hit, he has a mediocre film, then he has a flop.
Yeah.
He then goes away, comes back with another hit, then has another hit, and then a flop again.
But
And it's just
then-
every time it's like the man just needs to stop buying into his own hype every time he has a hit. Every time he has a hit, his career just goes because he just
also
goes,
doesn't reel
oh, well,
himself
I'm
in.
great again. Yeah, he just
like-
thinks, well, I had a great film, so I'm going to have another great film, and he doesn't listen to anyone.
I'm pretty sure that he just has like a
Hubris.
big fish bowl, and like every time he's going to do a film, he just picks out like three things, and he's like, okay, Elevator, Devil.
Because I truly believe, I will say that I believe that Old would have been a great film if it was a short movie. It was a short film. Because it's not a concept for me to be sitting almost 2 hours watching these old people age. Like, girl, I could have gotten a vasectomy and still, like, I don't understand why there's certain movies that should not be a long film. That movie would have been if it was like a 30, 45-minute movie, and it was just like everything happening all like Devil, like everything was happening quickly. But I don't want to be here watching some bitch get pregnant, the baby dies. Oh, okay. Well, let's move on because we don't have time to be mourning. Like, people are dropping dead, honey. I don't even know the baby's name. Why I care?
You're right, though. He would do a good anthology series, I think. Like, if you could do multiple because he's an ideas person, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think he gets an idea. He's like, I gotta make this,
Yeah, like, he should do like Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
He should.
They could try that
Twilight
again.
Zone.
He
That
should
would be
have the
interesting.
ideas. He should have the ideas, and he should hand them off to someone
to execute.
Good.
Well, he's very much like Ryan Murphy in the sense that like it starts off, you're like, oh, okay, and then by the end he's just like given up, and you're just kind of like, well,
It's the follow through. It just
yeah.
Well, except for one season.
What season was that?
Apocalypse.
Oh,
Coven.
Yeah.
Asylum is the best to me.
Which one?
Asylum, American Horror Story.
Oh,
Asylum.
don't.
Let me
Yutaka
tell you
hates
something.
Asylum.
Can I tell you something?
Thank you. I love Asylum.
Can I tell you
so
something?
good.
Tell us
I
something.
came so hard when she was writing that priest.
Yo, that scene.
Because he's like, no, I can't do this. I can't possibly do this. And honey, I grabbed that dick and I could not let go. I was obsessed with that scene. I got it on DVD. On those lonely Friday nights, honey, I love that. Oh,
Popping
and
a
I don't
little
watch
Asylum.
straight porn, but bitch, when she took that red silk dress, she was, oh no, that wasn't her. That was Fiona. But when she took that thing off, oh my god. Anyways. Anyways.
Anyway, sorry.
What were we
yeah,
talking
but,
about?
The happening. The happening.
The happening.
I already forgot. So yeah, M. Night Shyamalan or
M. Night
Oh, bless his heart.
Does not
Bless
have
his heart.
The ability to follow through on an acceptable idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And that is why I picked The Happening, because it wasn't even an acceptable idea. It was just shit.
The tree. It's just I don't get it.
But I
To me, it was
I
just
do like
boring.
when the person just goes and lies down in front of the lawnmower and just goes, "What?" And the lawnmower just goes. I was like, well, that was fun.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Wow. You know,
He ruined Zoe Deschanel's career.
Yeah, he did.
No, we'll not forgive him for it.
I mean,
That
there
and
were 3
Pushing
years where I thought she was
Daisies.
Katy Perry's sister. I was like, oh, that's nice.
I mean, I thought they
Don't
were all the same
speak.
person at one point.
Yeah.
I mean, I
You
was like, who-
speak about Zoe Deschanel like this.
They,
She
they do look alike actually with Emily Blunt. Yeah.
she came first. Zoe Deschanel came first. I will
Without
not
This is an
have this
orgy. I don't
slander.
give 3 shits who came first. They look alike to me.
Like all the men in American Horror Story.
Oh my God, honey, Miss Che, she got pressed, honey.
She said it's because
I was like, well, I mean, that is your opinion, and that's fine. But honey, what explains season 1, 2, 3, 4? Girl, they look alike. Am I the only one that sees this shit?
No.
I can't.
No.
Ryan
I
has a
can't be in
type.
that casting
Yeah.
room. If I would have been in that casting room, I would have been like, Miss Murphy, you did not see the problem here. What? Look at these pictures. Put some seasoning or something. Coño. What the fuck? Oh my God.
At least a bit of paprika or something.
Something.
We
All these
love you,
names.
Petty Pumpkins, but Shay.
I love them. They're
Mhm.
fabulous. But honey, all I saw was mayonnaise. I'm like, this is just what is happening. This is all the same to me, girl.
Mayonnaise is a little sriracha, spice it up.
Oh,
Yeah, give me some jerk
I just had-
season. Jerk
I just
season or
had some
something. Honey, put
sriracha on my
something in there.
chips.
Now I'm fucking
Oh.
hungry. Oh my god.
Put
Well,
some adobo. Put some seasoning. Coño.
I don't
What's happening?
have any like I am so lost. Because I was already gonna say one, but
Take the
Liam
take
already
the mess.
said it.
Take
And
the
there's
mess.
another, you know what? Actually, I do have one because Liam hated this film and we argued about this film. And some critics love it, some do not. I liked aspects of this film, but it's very hard for me to recommend it.
Oh, is this
And
the film
that-
I liked?
Oh,
And I don't think you actually watched it.
Oh, it's not the one. Okay.
It's The Scary of 61st.
Yes, I
He
did
did
watch
watch
it.
it.
I loved it.
Oh.
And then you were like,
Liam.
You're not
Miss-
helping.
Miss
You're
Liam
not
came-
helping his argument, George.
Yeah, no, George. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be hard for me to recommend this film because it definitely,
This is one for David.
yeah, this
Ooh.
one is
No.
it
Oh.
over sensualized rape in a sense.
Oh, look.
And it kind of went the whole route of where I believe there was like a conspiracy route, which I didn't mind, and there were some Giallo-esque moments at the end that I did love.
yeah.
But it
like
was
them
the
type of stuff
fact
was
that
fine.
one of the roommates in this haunted apartment started to become possessed or taken over the spirit of one of
Jeffrey
allegedly Prince Andrew's
Oh,
victims.
Prince Andrew, yeah.
And there is
Isn't that the cock ring?
no,
Like the piercing?
Prince
No,
Albert.
that's a
Prince
Prince
Albert.
Albert.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
forgot. I got
Albert.
Princes
this
mixed up.
is about yeah, and so this woman starts to like I guess regress and become like a child because that was allegedly one of Prince Andrew's victims. And there was like a really odd masturbation scene, and she had like it was like with what, a silver spoon kind of thing, and there
Yeah.
were I think
Mhm.
clippings of something of like the royal family.
Yeah, all around the room, like candles and
It's
What
bizarre.
is this
and
movie?
it's hard to recommend, but
On
I would
Shudder.
say it was written very well, like the writing and the script, and I would also say the direction, because they did a really good job with the shooting of the film. But that topic and the way it was approaching that topic was very
Mrs. Huey Kane.
yep, that's exactly what it was doing. And I didn't see it until like Liam pointed it out, and I'm like, oh damn,
Yeah, like we were sitting.
we
talking about the
argued
film,
because I
and-
originally
and he was like, yeah, we were like fully arguing about it, and I was like, I don't understand what are you defending here? Like, do you not understand? They had this person possessed by a very small child who then decided to masturbate herself. I was like, that isn't
How old was the
something-
child?
At least
13 or younger.
13 or younger.
Yeah.
Well,
And I was like, how can you defend this happening? And he went, and he just like instantly stopped. Like,
wait a minute.
you know,
What age did you start jerking off?
Yutaka and he's like,
No, it
head like thingies.
Sir, no,
What?
it was more.
It's a fair question.
No. Yes, no, I get that, but it was the fact that it was
To the person who essayed her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I am confused. Who is possessed? Like who?
Okay,
girl,
there is a
woman.
girl.
The
Yeah.
woman becomes possessed with the victim
Uh-huh.
of Prince Andrew,
The alleged victim.
the
of Prince
alleged
Andrew,
victim,
who's
and
so
she's
where's
below
Prince
the age of
Albert?
13.
there is no Prince
There is
Albert.
no Prince Albert.
Prince
know what I
Albert.
mean?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Andrew.
oh
Uh-huh,
yes,
yeah, that.
Prince.
Uh-huh.
So
Where is he in this?
He's not in
He's
it.
not in it. He's
So
not in
she's
it,
jerking off,
obviously.
thinking to Prince.
Yes.
She's got pictures of him.
Yeah.
Like she's printed out like newspapers and stuff, and it's all stuck in her room.
And then I think at some point she's standing outside the jail where Epstein
So
was.
is it like that thing?
No,
What's that
she
thing
goes
called when you
outside
fall in love for the
Epstein's
victim,
house.
for the predator?
Oh,
What is
it's
that?
called. It's called. It's what thing you had in Beauty and the Beast? Oh, what's it called?
Stockholm.
Stockholm
Stockholm
syndrome?
syndrome.
Gotcha.
Bestiality.
Stockholm syndrome.
Bestiality.
Yeah, see,
But
that's
yeah,
it.
it's there are just some issues, and yeah, I don't. To be honest, I didn't catch those until Liam like pointed it out. I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, she goes outside the door of Jeffrey Epstein's house and starts fingering herself and like sniffing the door handle.
Oh, girl.
That's wild.
What year was this movie made?
Last
last
year.
year.
Last year.
Yeah, it's got to be
I thought it
real.
was
Stuff.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
this was made.
What?
Some
And
sugar
I-
guys.
Yeah,
Wait, she really
Uh,
went to Epstein's house?
I
Yeah,
don't.
and it's the actual house.
It's
Oh, was it
actual
really?
Epstein's house.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
yeah.
Actually
It's the
filmed.
apartment in New York, the penthouse,
Nuts.
the door.
Can you imagine just walking your dog and it's
It was. Yeah. So
Woo,
there,
girl,
that would
this
be
is too
my.
much.
Like it was. Woof.
There was a
Mhm.
lot of there was a lot of things, and I was sitting there like listing them all off, and then you just went. Wait,
I did like a
what?
full on full alt delete
His
like
head just
reboot.
like rebooted and just went.
I did.
That happened.
It took me a moment. I was like, oh fuck. Because I will say though, the ending, like that whole like her getting stabbed and
Yeah.
like that was shot like so good. It
Mhm.
was very like it gave me 1970s like Dario Argento and all. Oh, I loved it. But yeah, the rest of the film, it is whew. So it's not one I could recommend to
There's
somebody to
some
watch.
issues.
DiGiorno? Yeah. Yeah. I like
So with that, we will move on to George to wrap this puppy up with his sick, twisted, and demented film that he would not
Oh,
recommend.
Lord, what a way to end.
I
I
know.
have one more. I have one more.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
I have one more.
oh. Okay.
is it Freaky Friday?
I'll be fully loaded.
Oh, Lord. Anyway.
God. Okay. George, I'm gonna come back to you because I want to end on you, George. Oh, that sounds bad. You know.
You
what I
and all the other men in London, honey.
mean. So,
And
Shu,
soon to be New York.
Shu, what is a movie that you would not recommend?
Okay, this one is really, it's not every horror movie. It's not every movie that just because the genre isn't horror doesn't mean it's not horror.
Okay.
This one is called Kids. Kids, it came out in 1995.
Yeah, kids.
Oh
Yeah.
my
What?
God.
This was okay. All right. Wow.
I just watched the movie like yesterday. It's disturbing. If you think Euphoria is bad, Euphoria it's like a comedy movie compared to this.
Well, because at least Euphoria, there's something very beautiful to look at.
Yes,
This one was a
and
little bit uncomfortable because it was
it's
too.
so uncomfortable. And you know,
Yeah.
Euphoria, they use adults to act like teenagers, but they use actual teenagers and kids to act this movie. These kids were fucking around, fucking each other, spreading diseases. It's crazy. It's
George.
It was actually a
Chloe
critically acclaimed
Sevigny.
Yeah.
film when it released, and I mean, I would disagree. I remember watching that film and I was like, that was really good. Did
it make you uncomfortable?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yes,
Yeah.
very. Because I think there was no resolution to the girl who would eventually become infected. Because there was nothing. It was just, I think the movie ended with the dude sitting on the couch going, whoa. It was like the ending was a little jarring.
You know what it reminds me of? Is like have any of y'all seen For Color Girls?
Yes. Oh, yes.
That movie. I truly when you leave the movie theater and you're just like, I am tired. Like watching that movie in the movie theater,
traumatized.
I was like, girl, what is happening? One gets raped, one gets AIDS, one loses both of her kids. One, I'm like, can I please breathe? Coño, I need to stop. Movies like that. I'm like, no.
I already know the movie George is thinking of.
You do home videos?
No.
What movie am I thinking of?
Probably Precious.
Oh Lord.
But no, he's not. No, he's not.
I wasn't going to.
I actually saw that one in theaters though too, and I would say like
which one, For Color Girls?
Both. Yeah, I saw that.
That movie was
intense. Precious in theaters, and it was just like you leave those movies, and while they may be good, but you're like, damn,
you're drained, honey. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry to shoot you.
So yeah, kids it's crazy, and it's the reason why I do like the movie though. It's like I said, it's something that it shows like 13. It's like 13. It shows how some teenagers' lives are. There's some teenagers that can relate to those stories. These things happen in real life. That's why I do like the movie. It's uncomfortable, but it actually happens. But it's very disturbing.
It was I remember because it premiered on Showtime, because I'm an old motherfucker, so I remember watching it when it came out.
With a TV with a big ass.
Yeah, it's like the turn dial. No, I'm just kidding. I actually had a cable box, but still, I remember when it came out, and it is very disturbing.
Century.
Fuck off. But it told like a realistic story that could be seen as happening, and it was uncomfortable. And I think when I watched it though, I can't say I fully understood all of the themes. Having seen it probably within, I'd say, last 4 or 5 years, I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have been watching that when I did, because I was a teenager when I watched it. And so I didn't pick up on there were like certain aspects that I was like, okay, whatever. And then now I'm like, oh, like, and it's funny. And the whole reason that I kind of was like, oh, I'll rewatch this is, you have shows like Euphoria and some other things that kind of like start to, I wouldn't say sensationalize, but they put that back in the forefront. Whereas when Kids came out, there is no like glittery, like
it's raw. It's so raw.
Yeah.
So raw.
Because Euphoria, at least you're like, oh my god, Maddie's so cunt and pussy and all that stuff. But this is just like, girl, what the fuck? Like,
you Americans didn't have Waterloo Road, so that
Wait,
was.
George, have you seen Skins?
This film, Skins.
Yes.
I actually just started watching.
I heard it's really good.
It's really good, yeah. I just started watching it recently. Did you watch it at the beginning? Because obviously you were
I
old.
watched it at the beginning because I'm old, yeah.
Isn't that Kim's brand?
Skins. That's no Skins.
Skins is like British Degrassi.
Skin.
They did an American version of, I believe.
Not Kim's brand.
I remember having to
Girl,
illegally watch Skins.
But did you watch the British version? Did you? Because they've done an American one, right?
Yeah. It was like one good episode of that actually made me cry. But no, I remember I had to like legally find British Skins as it was coming out, because I don't think it was on like BBC America.
Yeah, it was on Channel 4 in the UK, wasn't it? So there probably wasn't an equivalent in the US. Anyway, sorry.
Oh my god, it was
but that kid sounds good.
Sure.
So, well, all right, Chu. I mean, I don't disagree. Well,
he didn't say that is a bad movie. He just said that it's it's
disturbing. It's demented. Yeah.
I actually do like the movie, but it's very disturbing.
It's not one you're like, hey, You should check this out.
No,
Not like a fun Friday night kind of movie,
No.
you know. But
Someone get the popcorn in. We're gonna watch
Right.
these teenagers.
Grandma.
Bring in grandma.
lives.
You know?
Maybe if you're dating Leonardo DiCaprio, then you could be like, let's watch this movie. But mhm.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
All right. Well,
oh no,
you
there's
know what?
pictures. No.
We are going to end on a fun note. So, George, take us home with the movie you would not recommend.
All right, sure.
So this movie I only watched, I think, the end of last year, the beginning of this year, and I think I told I think it was maybe Liam and Yutaka at the time who were in the group chat originally. It's a film called Be My Cat, a film for Anne, and it's about an 80-minute, like an hour and 20.
Remember?
Okay, I'll you might maybe I
Tell
think I said it.
Surprise.
So basically, this is a Romanian film. It's English, like they speak in English, but it's set in Romania. And it's a found footage film. Surprise. And it's
master.
It's like directed, written, produced, and stars this guy Adrian Tofi. And basically, the story behind it is that he becomes obsessed with Anne Hathaway in The Dark Knight Rises as Catwoman. Yeah. And
Of
basically,
all Anne Hathaway's roles, that one is the one that you're obsessed with? Get help.
So he decides that he wants to, like, he wants Anne to be in a film of his, and he's recording like every day, like, "Hi Anne, like I really want you to be in this film," and he starts hiring these actresses to star in his film, and then he, when they don't do very well, and he's like, "You're not doing it right," he ends up basically killing them. And then it goes to this whole thing about him. Then it turns out that he wants them to be, he accidentally killed a cat when he was younger, and he wants the actresses to be the cat that he killed. And he loves Anne Hathaway. Do you know what? It's good because it's short, because any longer you'd get a bit bored of it. But the actor is really good who plays, like, the main guy is actually really good and like psychotic, and he's just behind it's very much like Creep in a way.
Like
but
the American version, like the American Creep or the British Creep?
Oh no, sorry, the American. The as in, like,
British
there's a
Creep?
weirdo. Yeah, it's set on a train, it's different.
Oh.
But this one, yeah, it's basically he tries to get all these women, and then like there's a part where he's like, it's so crazy. He's like out to perform surgery on this girl, and these people come in, and he's like, she's like, "Help me!" And he's like, "Oh no, we're just making a horror film." And then they're like, "Oh great, yeah, have fun, enjoy." And he's like, just purely like, and like nobody believes this woman. Anyway, it's really good. I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but it's crazy, and the guy is really good. It's on YouTube for free. It's called
Listen, did you just hear him about say, "I'd recommend it"?
What?
What?
I mean,
what?
I would
Read the
recommend,
room.
I would recommend it I wouldn't recommend it. Whatever.
The assignment, George. Just-
But but some people would probably find it uncomfortable because it feels very real, because it is like basically just one guy creating.
I would murder people. I would murder anyone Anne Hathaway wanted us to murder. I'll do her bidding. I don't mind.
Get better idols.
That poor bitch has been through enough.
Aww.
But it's also about, like he dislikes boys and dogs because they were mean to him, so he likes girls and cats basically because they're sweet and innocent, is what he says.
But he kills them. What?
Yeah, because they're so sweet, and he wants to like, there's a dead body. He cuddles up to the dead body at night, and he's like holding it, and he's like, "You're so sweet," and he's like kissing it. Yeah.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Be my cat, guys. Not mine.
And always count on
I
George.
actually might check it out. Shockingly,
Honestly, it's on. Watch it for free on YouTube. And it's less than an hour and a half. So
I'll let you know, George. I actually might watch it. Sounds wild.
Oh, good God. Fix it, Jesus. You know what? This is a great time to end. But before we do, I just want to say thanks to everyone. But especially thank you to Chu for joining. It was a huge pleasure. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find you?
You can find me on YouTube and Instagram, on Twitter, or you can find me under Zzavid's comments every single Friday. I don't miss any of his videos. Or you can find me under their own comments too, because I'm obsessed with you guys' channel. It's beautiful. It's so hilarious. Well, this was really, really fun. I really had fun sitting down for like 2 hours and just hearing you guys say the most nasty things ever. It's so interesting.
No, that's them. That's them.
Oh, girl.
I'm here for the class.
Everyone's
Ale.
Sir,
Gil.
as our commenters have really been saying some, well, filthy things.
Who?
Look, Butch, they want you. Who? The women. David's coming in
Something-
here with the hats.
It
and
must be the monkeypox vaccine that's having some effect on people, but I don't know what's happening.
There are quite a few comments that are like, ooh, I could get that. You setting those loins on fire. But, or maybe, that could be George too. So, but.
No, it's not his loins. Uh-huh.
But you know what? It was a huge pleasure having you. Truly,
Thank you
really
so
We
much.
love you.
Yes.
Look, I'm obsessed. Thank you so much. This was so fun. It was.
Oh.
And
You have to come back.
absolutely.
Oh my
yes.
I'm going to
God.
come back with my Bible again and again and again and again.
I
Honey.
mean, Chu, you're gonna need a rosary next time.
Bring the King James version, honey. You have to.
I'm bringing-
I was gonna say
I'm going to
crucifix
bring
on the wall.
priest.
Yeah.
I'm bringing the priest with me.
Make sure he's hot. Oh.
Wait, hold up. Speaking of priests, they made a TV series of The Exorcist.
Yeah.
They
Had 2
did?
seasons,
Mhm.
and the priest was bisexual.
He was? I don't remember that.
Really?
Season 2, because
Oh,
he had a
season
little
2,
makeout
gotcha.
session.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it was hot. It was good.
I love those theme points. Anyways, let's move on.
But you know what? And to everyone, just like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we put up new content, which is haphazard as always. And we have a Patreon where apparently I can't get anything straight. Shocker. But you do
There's
get
pills for that.
Yeah. Oh.
Uh-huh.
That's
And
fair too.
camps.
You do actually get some early access, and then you get to join also our after hours where we get really gutted and rotted. And George lets everyone know, about Laurie Strode. So you should check it out. And to everyone, just thank you. And until next time. Oh, and you're not going to see George because he is going to be terrorizing the people in New York City.
I'm
So
gonna be outside David's window, like, hello. He's gonna be locking those doors like it's the purge.
Get out. Out of my house.
You have been listening to the Horror Hour. See you next time.